It says I'm live. Hello, Linda. Let's see if I got everything set so it won't be all that feedback. No? No? Now, just me and Linda, the only one here? Hello, Linda. Hello, Linda Denton. I hope somebody else comes in because I've got a quilt over here that I'm fixing to put on the quilt machine. So I thought I'd just let y'all chat while I worked on that. Got two of them to do. Well, I don't know what the pattern is. I need to hold it up and show you guys. Hello, guess who, Nancy? I hope somebody comes up on the panel to read the chat. Because I need to be working. I'm behind. Hello, Susan Munger. Who's going to be my sidekick up on the panel? Hello, Darlene. How about Darlene? Darlene, you want to come up and read the chat? Hello, Kim. How about you, Kim? I posted the link. I'm waiting on somebody to come up. I know it's a pop-up. I've been snacking, so well, I'm going to let y'all chat a minute. Hello, Katie Crafts. And that's the quilt I'm fixing to put on the long arm. A lady and her daughter brought it to me a few minutes ago. That she's 90 years old and she pieced this quilt, and so I'm fixing to quilt it for her. I don't know what that pattern is called. Whoop. About to dump my snack. Look at that. I was eating on this fruit California trail mix, and I just about dumped it on the quilt. But this is the pattern. I don't know what it's called, but I'm fixing to quilt it on the long arm. If I came up, I can't read chat. Huh. Hello, Diane. Well, I don't know what to do. But these ladies have brought me two tops. I've got that one that I just showed you, and this one. I'll show you this one. This was just a 9 patch. I'm going to quilt that one too. So I've got my work cut out for me for a day or two. Hello, Brenda. So will y'all excuse me if I work a little bit? Hello, Deb. They just left a few minutes ago, a little bit ago, but I thought I wanted to see if I could get it on the machine this afternoon. still over here. Go ahead and work and you can watch. Then you might see me do something wrong. Hadn't measured with the tape measure. I was just holding it up there. And Charlotte wants a yard of that light green. That's part. That's part of the pink flowers. Hey,
Hey.
You're in the car.
Yeah, we're on our way back from VA. He had 3 appointments today. Started out early this morning.
Yeah.
They had to check to see if he had something besides sawdust up in his head.
He put some braids up there. I told him to.
So how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
Well, which quilt are you fixing to put on?
I had a lady bring me, or a lady and her daughter brought me 2 quilt.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
That's pretty.
I don't know what the pattern would be called.
I don't either.
But the mother had pieced them, and she's 90 years old. So fixing to quilt them, and then another one she did. You know who? It's this one. So I'll do it next, but I'm going to do that one first.
Well, hey, it's getting your name out there that you do quilts.
Well, I don't want to do a lot of quilts. I just want to do one every once in a while.
Yeah, I've seen a few pieces of the material that I'd like to have. Some of that last you got with the big flowers and the blue and the pink, and I have to get with you on it, but I like that.
Yeah.
The flowers was 2 different molds, and then it had the colors. I think that's so pretty.
And
but I'll get with you on it.
Right, all right. And Lisa's watching on the big screen.
And say, hey, everybody. And Lisa, you got a big day tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah, her birthday.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday to Lisa again.
Carrie's got one coming up too, don't she?
April the 29th.
29th.
Uh-oh. We lost Francis. I think my least favorite part is putting these quilts on the machine. This is a big top. I think it's almost a king size. You're
You got
back.
quite a bit of fabric in that store. You got quite a bit of fabric in that store.
I do, and I've
It's
sold a
getting
bunch
there.
of it, and more of it
I
keeps
know you have.
coming.
Yeah. John said you're gonna have to get darn Terry to start ordering material for you while you're working. I said, yeah, right.
Oh no, ordering that material is the funnest part. And then I enjoy when y'all telling me to cut some of it off. I enjoy that part too.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's got a set of the farm material. It's really pretty. Yeah.
I think it's all pretty, but I can't afford all of it.
John said he thought it was all pretty, but he couldn't afford to get all of it.
I can't either. And then the new lines come out every day. Every few days, I'll see another collection that's pretty.
Yeah.
Joanna, is Joanna in here? Joanna, you need to come up. Joanna Walker, okay. Or Joanna Jennings comes up sometimes on the panel with us. Hello, Joanna. Johanna,
Hey, Kim. Careful. Don't speak. We're on the side of the road up here.
oh, lost Francis again.
Get your work done, and I'll talk at you later. I
You
want to try to I want to try to give you a call one day
Okay.
and talk like we used to talk, or either us do a FaceTime when you're in the shop.
Okay.
So
You keep popping in and out.
it's because we're riding and going into all these trees and all.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Love you, sis.
Love you too. Rhonda,
Bye.
you need to come up and talk to them. I need to work.
Yeah, you need to. Well, I tried.
Leaving us again. There you are.
Hey, I look a little better today.
Well, we work and we do stuff. We can't just go around staying pretty. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Oh, your quilt's done back there behind you.
Yeah, I have put the last border on it this morning.
It sure is pretty. I like them colors.
It's like very bright.
Yeah.
And then Melinda was over at Hobby Lobby looking for the minky for the back of a dinosaur quilt I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
And she found a yellow background with gnomes that are bumblebees.
Oh,
So and it's on sale 40% off. So I said, I need 3 yards to put on the back of that quilt.
oh yeah.
Keep the bee theme going.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna let you guys talk and watch the chat if y'all don't mind.
It's like,
Okay.
I got to get over there to the chat.
Nobody's in the
And I'll see if I can get this quilt on here.
Okay.
do it. Do it.
This is my least favorite part of this quilt, and I think putting them in the frame. I don't enjoy it. This part.
Okay.
You don't.
I don't.
And hello, Kim and June Hanson's in the chat.
Oh,
And
I see.
Go ahead.
Okay. I said I'm just trying to fix it. I've got 2 screens and I need to mute.
Oh, and so Terry's here. But a lot we just shut down over on Kathy's, so we switched over here.
How many hours have you been off of YouTube the last 24 hours?
When I went to, well, we did we ended up with like 13 and a half hours, but we had a hard start. 6 different tries to get YouTube to not kick us off.
Why were they kicking you off?
It's like Kathy couldn't get the connection right, and then she'd be bumped off. Well, then she couldn't get back on her live. So Gladys and I would just talk to each other until we got kicked off YouTube. And then we'd start up the next one and the next one and the next one. We kept doing that until it finally took hold. So the last one was like 9.5 hours, I think it was, or 8.5 hours. But my goal was to get that 3-yard quilt pattern done in that live. And in the middle of the live, I had to take off and go do some donation diaper drop-offs. It's supposed to be on Tuesdays. No, they called me on Monday. So I had to go do it.
And Rhonda, how's the new baby?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm messing with my stuff, so I haven't seen it since last Saturday, since the 16th, I think it was.
Wow, that's a lot of days.
I
Yeah.
know. I called to see if I could come over, and she goes, "No, Mom. Well, I'm just dealing with something here and kind of stressed." Blah blah blah. And I thought, okay.
Hello, Sheila. Sheila says, "Hey."
Hey, Sheila.
Is that purple backing you're putting on there?
It is. It's not my quilt, but
Okay.
I would call that purple, wouldn't you?
That looks like purple.
It's not my quilt. This is the one. This is what I'm quilting.
Okay. A quilt's a quilt. It works.
Quilt.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say with that red, you're putting a purple back. Then I seen some purple.
It has some purple in it though.
Yeah.
This is purple, and all those blocks are scrappy, so they're all different.
Okay.
It was pieced by an 80-year-old woman.
Okay.
Well,
But I see where she's got enough purple on there to say why the back. But I try to make my back just as pretty so I can flip it over if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to check on here. It's like I can't mute stop cam settings. Audio. Echo cancellation, reduce my mic background noise. I don't know if that works in there or not. But they're supposed to be for cutting down the noise of like my sewing machine.
Huh.
But I had to take and dig out my backup one because when I bought two of the same sewing machine. My old one is dying. It's only made 80 plus quilts, coats, jackets, zippers, jean repair.
So you got your money's worth then.
Yeah. It's like, so all I can do is sew to see if that helps with the noise or not. Like, could you hear the sewing machine?
just a little.
Okay.
Didn't seem offensive.
Yeah. I sewed my last block I was working on. I sewed it together wrong. So I had
the last one.
Yeah, I had to take the geese units off of here, the wings, and put them over here where they belong. I had them vice versa. So me and Jack had a date before we left Kathy's.
Oh. Hey, Mona.
And
Dude.
Sheila found herself some eclipse glasses.
Oh, good.
Good job. 'Cause our eyes are important.
They are.
Yes.
I'm going to go plant me purple potatoes after I leave here. And Hillbilly Chicken Ranch says, "Hey, y'all listening in."
Hey, Susan at Hillbilly Chicken Ranch.
But it's like, and then I have to go out and babysit two grandkids while my son and his wife do some farm repair because they just got back from Tennessee.
Oh.
They spent a week plus in Tennessee. And while they was gone, they had a rowdy pig that busted through a couple gates. And so Melinda and the granddaughter, Alicia, they tried fixing everything the best they could, but she just tore apart one of the gates. Totally tore it apart. No, he's got some repairs to do. He got home at 1:30 this morning to go to work.
Were they taking vacation or business or?
Well, she's a prison teacher, and they had some classes she had to go back to.
Oh, okay.
And it's like Kathy Waite says, "Hi, ladies."
No, Kathy.
But it's just one of those things that he had to get back and go to work. He wasn't exactly thrilled, but you got to do what you got to do. And everybody's saying their highs, of course. I'm so used to doing this live, reading the chat and stuff at the same time. It's easy for me.
I think I have the front of Natalie's quilt done,
Yeah.
but I think I'm going to have to put a border. And
I like borders.
I know it's a lot of green and all, but I was thinking I would put this brown on it.
Well,
Just a border of this brown because there's a lot of brown in. I was cutting off strings.
yeah.
There's a lot of brown in this quilt, you know, and
if it's a small border, it should be fine.
it is. It'll just be a little border. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
much.
just something to say eyeball stop.
Yeah, and this matches. I'm just, I'm still at the deciding stage, but I think I like that. I mean, I know it's dark, but anything,
Well, and then you put a light binding back on it, and it can change the whole look. And Butler Family Farm says, hello, Rita's Roost.
Hello, Butler Family Farm.
Yeah. That's good. Well, I did get it all together, though. So I hadn't been out of the house since last Tuesday. And so this morning I got up, got me a shower, got clean. Well, I've been taking showers, but and working on the quilt. But I hadn't put on makeup or got dressed. But this morning I did. No, that's not.
And Charlotte says, how about a brown flange binding or border or binding?
What does that mean? How about a brown flange? I don't know what that means.
The flange is where you have that little off color, like your old antique frames. They used to have a white frame with like that little gold or off white. You've never did a flange binding or border?
I'm not familiar with that name. I've done piano keyboarders, all different kind of borders, but I'm not familiar.
You would have to have like a, what is it, 1.5 inch piece of fabric of like could be that green that's on there. And you fold it in half and you lay it where it goes against your border. And then you put your brown border. So it looks like it's going in a fancy frame. And then Mona says, Rita, are you working on blocks?
I'll have to look that up.
Does it look like I'm working on blocks?
I
have a paying job, so I'm working on a paying job. So.
Yeah. Haven't tried that binding yet, but you can do a border, a flange border, and you can do a flange binding. There are both techniques out there.
I will look up flange. I will look that up and see exactly what that is. I can't quite get it in my head.
The flange binding is the only binding, as long as I match the colors, I can go back and machine stitch down. In other words, I cannot do a machine stitch down binding. I have to do that final all by hand. Hi, Donna Dixon. She says, hey, Sandra and Mona. And Jay Badseed says, hi, Miss Rita, Sandra, RV Quilt Crest, Deb, Mona, Kim, June, and everyone in chat.
Hello.
And hello to everybody. I'm not reading the chat. Sandra's reading the chat. So.
And then Mona says Missouri, it must be Missouri Star has a video on it.
Good.
Just Google it and follow it. You might like it.
I will.
I
like new stuff. I'm sorry.
Have you ever made what they call a fractured quilt? It's where you have to have a repeat pattern in the way you cut them and you sew them back up. It makes a small bouquet of point, like we did Christmas poinsettias. It made a small bouquet of poinsettias look huge because you had to put these pieces back together at different levels. Well, when it was all done and we had so much work, 3 yards of material made us what was it, a 30 by 40 wall hanging. So we had to make it look fancy. So we put the flange border and then we did the flange binding on another quilt that we had a deadline to get done.
Oh, I'm going to look it up. I'm all about learning new things. But I'm excited to get this blanket done
Yeah.
so I can make some of those. I've had it in my mind all along. I'm getting obsessed with it. Make those microwave
Oh, those microwave
bowl.
bowls? Bowl
Yes,
cozies?
yes, yes. I want to make some, but I gotta focus.
And Mona did what says, my mom gave me a quilt over 100. Edges are in rough shape.
Mm.
She was going to throw it away.
No.
I was given one a long time ago that was hand stitched, but the way the gal was hand stitching it, it was confusing me. So I give it to another gal as her headache, not mine. Every once in a while, you can do that, give away headaches. But it's like all these squares was hand done. And the way she had the pieces to go back and hand stitch it would have involved a lot more time. I was just about ready to just cut it and make a smaller quilt.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be worked in from the center out. And then she took off, I guess, the outside part. And Molly, the pest hunter's best catch, says, hi, ladies.
Hey, Molly.
Hey.
And Mona says, it's still in the car. I may give this to someone. Yeah.
Well,
You never know until you look into more and more. I mean,
Yeah.
I was pressing it, trying to help get it to where I could match up the seams, and it was just going to be way too much work.
Yeah.
And it didn't cost me anything, so I just give it to the next one that wanted to try. And she was going to applicate on a whole cloth to just showcase some of the hand piecing. Donna Dixon says, I was gifted a quilt, a lady that was 100 years old when she hand quilted. And Mary Webb says, good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon, Mary Webb.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this noise reduction will stay this way or if I have to reset it each time I come on.
I wonder if there's a solution. I can see the chat if I go to the original YouTube.
Yeah.
But if I get it to the StreamYard, I cannot see the chat. It's a private chat. But it's real time. This
Click on the one that says there. You should have 2 tabs: private chat and comments.
Okay.
Click on comments. That'll be the chat that's current.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Now I can see them.
Mona
Okay.
did what says, I heard back in the old days they used old tattered quilts as batting in new ones. Yes, they did. I have a quilt out and I have a quilt in the hope chest that I don't know what's in it as batting. It could have curtains off of grandma's wall. And Mary Webb says, Sandra, that quilt you made yesterday is really pretty. You're so quick. I was trying to get it done. My goal was to get it done in that live. And Kim says to Mona, my mother-in-law gave us one that had been done that way. It was an Irish chain. And the one I have, it's all got wool, all wool jackets and stuff from family members. And it's all cut in triangles and then hand stitched back down with the feather stitch. Beautiful. But it is heavy. But I'm not getting rid of it. It's older than I am. And that's, my kids would say, and that's dang old, Mom. But it's a rough quilt. It's a heavy quilt. It was made for my brother, which is 2 years older than I am, but I stole it first because he wouldn't respect it, and it should go to somebody that will have respect. At least that's my feeling. It's like, well, good afternoon, young ladies. Mom's watching y'all. Is it Jerome or Jeremy Kiefer? And Mona says, I found a bunch of wool. I'm giving it to my daughter. And Rowena must have popped in. The chat, yeah. Rowena says, hello, lady. Sandra, the quilt beside you is beautiful. What is the name of it? The yellow and black one? It's called Stars and Ladders. It's the Ohio Star with the Jacob ladder. And the other one's just my bunny rabbits.
I was going to show.
Asking if Rowena's feeling good.
I was going to show you a quilt that I have. And look what she used. This is one of my grandma's.
Okay.
She used newspaper.
Yep.
Newspaper for the batting.
Well, it might have been her pieces that she needed. So that's what she did. She did it like a foundation paper piecing.
But I hate to take them off. Let's see what year this says.
Well, how about you go get some of that nice thin wetting tool, the veil tool, and just lay it across the top of it and quilt over it.
Good idea. That way you could see it.
That way you keep it all just that way. And it's just not a usable quilt. It's a quilt to show what they did back then.
Yeah, I see a lot of her clothing and stuff. It says, this says June 24th, 1992. That's not too old, but.
Yeah, but it's still the technique that they used
is
what you want to preserve.
That's right. Her name was Pearl.
Yeah.
Pearl Lucille. And she sold on a featherweight. So I bought a featherweight.
And Joanna Jennings says afternoon, y'all.
Yeah. So I called my featherweight Pearl Lucille.
Okay.
After her. And then my other grandmother taught me to sew on a treadle.
Yeah.
Her name was Biddy Leona. And I bought a treadle and I named it Biddy Leona.
I just bought a 66, the treadle machine that was made modernized with electric. I just bought one and I got to get it all cleaned up, but it's going to be Carrie Lynn after my grandma and grandpa.
Nice. I think that's nice. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah. But I think I would do that tool just enough to put on there. And then later, if you want to quilt it again, and that paper falls apart, then you would be able to do that.
Yeah. It's so cool.
And then, let's see.
I just hate to touch it, you know? It's just, I don't know. Which one was this? Oh, this is one I made when I went to a retreat in Jenny Doan in Hamilton, Missouri.
Okay.
It's just a big old. And she had a guest quilter. It's just
Yeah.
big quilts.
Yeah. It's just big half squares.
It's not my style. This is not my style, but I wasn't complaining. I just did what everyone was doing. I'm a
And that-
scrappy quilter.
And that's got some big squares in there.
It does. There's so much space.
But see, that's where you can say the quilting. That's where you do different things with your quilting. You draw out some lines and designs and quilt that design.
Yeah.
That's what they call showcasing your quilting. If you want to get that detailed.
Right. Hey.
And Mona's gonna go fix dinner. And Mona says, I'd never sew if I had to use a treadle. It is fun. From what I remember, my first little quilt I made was at Grandma's house, and that's what she had. And I got my toes stuck under the pedal because I was doing one-footed pedaling. And so Grandma had to come lift the sewing machine up off my foot.
Oh.
But I finished my little quilt that she was letting me make.
Oh. Well, I follow a lady called Bonnie Hunter, and
Yeah.
she's the one who shows how to use a treadle. I mean, she shows how to do the feet, and she just sews. It's just for straight piecing is about all it's for.
Yeah. And Bonnie Hunter is known for scraps.
That's why I like her.
But I have this yardage I got to get used up. I got to use up my yardage. But Melinda was over shopping for me today. So it works when I don't have to go into the quilt shop.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun of it, though.
Oh, she was sending me pictures. Oh, Kim's under freeze warning until tomorrow morning. Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Well, my ground's nice and dry right now, so I thought if I go plant my potatoes, they should be still nice and warm because the heat reflects off my house right there. I only plant a little 3 by 12 spot of potatoes, but it's enough for me to keep my purple potatoes going. I'm trying to convince some of these farmers that they need to plant purple potatoes because they're better for us.
Yes. Things of color. Purple cabbage, purple onions, they are.
Yeah, I had fried potatoes with the purple onion and the green peppers.
Oh.
I'm back. What I miss? Mama called and I had to talk to her.
It's like we're just talking about making different things. The binding board or the borders.
But when my mama calls, I try to answer because she's 89.
Yeah, you have to. Well, if I don't answer when my kids call, then they wonder what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
And Joanna says I made a home triple berry pie last night. Blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. That sounds good.
Mm.
And Mary Webb would like a slice. And of course, everybody's saying yummy. And then Mary Webb, I wish I could send you a piece. I want to just go to the store and find my lemon pie filling and make me another one of those lemon bar cakes. Sheila had to make me want one even worse when she made hers. But I have pineapple now, so if they don't have the lemon, I will buy the angel food cake and make the pineapple angel food cake instead. That's just as good as the lemon one.
Yeah, I like pineapple, so that sounds good to me.
Yeah. You just put well, you make all yours from scratch, so I don't know where you'd add it on a homemade one.
The pie filling. Would you make
Yeah,
before you put
where
it
do you
in
put
the?
the pie filling or the pineapple?
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's designed to go by the mixes that we buy in the store. Rita might have to buy a cake mix.
Uh-oh.
But I have so many eggs that it's a good way to use them up.
And see, and my electric mixer, my stand mixer by Hamilton, it's older than I am, I think. It's designed to make angel food cakes because it has the timer on it for beating the egg whites.
Hmm.
It was designed for making angel food cakes from scratch. And I inherited that when my great grandma passed away
Oh, nice.
because
Oh,
she's the one that was always making me the angel food cake for me because that's the cake I like. I don't like chocolate cake and vanilla cake or any of them. I'm the angel food cake only. And see, Sheila says a friend of mine bought me 3-piece of pineapple upside down cake, or brought her. It was
Ooh.
so good.
Yum.
See, I don't like the pineapple upside down cake because it's got that cake. I don't like cake.
Oh, pineapple.
But the pineapple cake is also made for the mix. You take the mix and a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. That's all, just 2 ingredients. You mix them up and bake them as normal. And that pineapple flavor goes all through that cake. Tonight's dinner is coconut shrimp. I like shrimp without the coconut though. Second person is, someone asked who was on here. RV Quilt Quest.
Just me.
Yep. Oh, who's the second person? Dave says. And Rowena Sander, where did you get the pattern for the stars? And there's a website. So she has 23 quilt patterns. Let me see if I still have it right here. It's sewcanshe.com. SEWCANSHE.com / free 3-yard quilt patterns. Does that help you, Rowena?
Say it.
So that's a free pattern that you.
There's 23 different quilt patterns there. So SEWCANSHE.com / free 3-yard quilt patterns. Yes, Deb, you got that way.
Cool.
And the other one is, I got 2 printed out. The other one is, I'll dig out the pattern real fast. It's called, what is it called? It's stars, and when it's done, it looks like stars and thimbles, or spools of thread. It's stars and spools of thread. That was the other one I just said I'm making.
Nice.
And that one, I'm looking for the name. Spools and Stars. That's what that one's called. And there's their little picture of it done.
Let me make you big. That's cute.
But that's one of the patterns over there on that site also.
Oh, I like that one.
I do
Yeah, I
too.
really do too. But
Yeah.
if you want to make the quilts, they want you to just make them and leave it online. If you want to print out the patterns, and I guess there's a price you have to pay to print out them. But it wasn't much. But I did screenshots. I don't know how. Laura Austin made the patterns come out for me. Yes, it is very cute with the spools. But tomorrow I have to concentrate on getting Nora's quilt done because it's got to go to Florida with me on May 1st. And I got to put the borders on and quilt it and bind it. So I have everything now to do it. But yeah, Laura Austin found it for me, that website. She was looking for 3 free quilts. And I didn't even make it through all 23. Out of all the patterns, I was trying to picture which one would be best for showcasing the bumblebees. And I thought that one would work. And then I had the bumblebees in the black and white print already picked. And that's got actual circles in it. It's like a geometric black. I should take it down and show it, get it closer to you. And then that yellow border just makes the busy little bees even better. But see, trying to find a block here. But it's just with the bees and the white and black, it's got all the little, it's like bees are buzzing.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's, everybody says it's busy pattern.
I like it.
Linda, didn't they have me all the time? Terry will be talking and I'll be trying to hear all the time.
Yeah. Deb, can you write that in there again? Oh, Joanna did it. But the whole PDF is 50-some pages, I think.
Whoa.
You just get picky and just find what you want. Because I have too many quilts going. Because when I took that one down, then it shows my other quilt that I'm working on. And then Kathy's taking a vacation. Thursday she won't be on, but I will be on my own channel sewing this block, Aunt Nancy's favorite. Because we normally do a block every Thursday. So I'm going to keep up with that. While Kathy's gone, I'll still do the block.
What's the name of yours?
Just Sandra K. Sandra K.
On
Yeah, YouTube.
Sandra
I can't
K.
put my name in there.
That's all right.
But it's like, is it 72?
I'll look that up right now.
Yes. Sandra K 7267.
Whoops. S-A-N-D-R.
The 10 o'clock June. Do the 10 o'clock like Kathy normally does. And then maybe next week I'll come on every day that Kathy isn't on, just to fill in some time to get my quilt stuff done.
So you have numbers after your name, Sandra
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah, it's Sandra K 7267. And it has whales, and it might have a pink sewing machine as my emoji. But I'm on Kathy's so much, I don't go on my own a whole lot, but I'm going to fill in some space.
Well, no, I can't find it. Sandra K 7267.
It's like, and oh, I have your email address because I sent you that block the other night, don't I?
Yeah, but that's okay. I wouldn't. What were you going to send me? I mean, I wouldn't.
A link to my web YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that would work. If you can do that, I can do that because I'm on my laptop.
Yeah, but it's like it would be there later.
No,
You would just have to get it later.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's like if Gladys was over here, she knows how to copy and paste my link up there. But Gladys isn't here. And June hasn't learned yet.
They all have their own talents, huh?
Yeah. And Rowena's got a wrench. Kim's got a wrench. But some people knows how to put the tags in there and some don't.
Yeah. Let's see here.
No, it's Sandra K. Linda Denton says it. Did you change your name on? No, it's Sandra K. But it usually sometimes it helps having that extra numbers. Do you know how to? There it goes. There's a link up there now for you.
Oh, I was looking for my phone. Can someone call me? No. You know how you do. You know how you do. Someone call me.
Yeah, thank you, Deb. I had the other night, I was going, who can I send a messenger message to that will phone my phone because I couldn't find it. And then it's like, oh, I left it in the pickup. So I went out there before I went to the next step. But next week I'll do a few more lives than I normally do. Because I'm used to sewing anyway.
Oh, I found it.
Because if you search for Sandra K, the first one is a singer. Okay. But it's like, Deb put my link up there, so that helps.
Okay. I can hit that and it'll automatically send me to.
Yeah, and then when you open it up, you just hit the subscribe and then you can walk away.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I need to copy paste.
It's like you can either copy paste it or you can just.
Well, it won't let me click on it.
Yeah. Well, then you just have to click
copy.
It's like it won't let you just click on it.
No, it won't highlight.
Oh, because you're up in that comments. Yes, you have to copy and paste it. You have to be in the YouTube comments to just touch it and it takes you right there.
Okay, paste.
And Darlene, that's where we'll be Thursday. It'll be that one. But it will be so weird that we're not saying, no, Kathy, flip it this way. I do have to say that. It's going to be weird. And if I could figure out how to get Zoom to work.
Nope, that's not it. Let me see. Let me just do her name, your name.
Just Sandra K.
Sandra. Oh, okay. Okay. I think that might work because I spelled it R wrong.
Okay.
Copy. Go over here and paste. Yeah.
But I'm still learning how to do things on YouTube because my YouTube was just to help people that are learning to sew.
Oh, there. You've
Like
got
my no pressing binding. I have never pressed my binding.
There you are. Like and all bell. All right.
Thank you. But it's just something we just have to have something to do every now and then. And sewing with somebody else just encourages us to sew. Even if we're not on a screen sharing it together like we are right now. Did Rita make her first pass across yet? Or is she still setting up?
Not yet. I'm still setting up. And I was looking for those little stickers that Laura Austin sent me because they were right here an hour ago.
Yeah. She calls it a vacation, Sheila. She watches the softball or not softball, baseball. Yeah, she's watching baseball. But she'll be gone all next week. She'll be on Gladys's on Friday, and then she comes back on April 9th, which is a Tuesday. So if I have nothing to do, I'll come back on that Monday too. And Melinda Hawkins says, hi, ladies.
Hello, Melinda.
Hello.
Everybody else I hadn't said hi to.
Yeah, Sheila's vacation is driving. All the different locations that I've heard Sheila might be going to. And then I'm going to miss not having Marla to talk to because she'll be at retreat with Sheila. Takes away one of my friends I talk to after hours. Terry, it's been such a long time since you've seen June Hansen, huh? Yep. She is going to the Quilted Chicken Farm and meet Rita. I heard that.
She is.
Yeah. But I got to figure out how to go from Zoom and put, after we get in Zoom, how to get on to YouTube. That's the part I have to figure out. And then they say you have to go off and come back on again. But I thought, even if someone come up for 40 minutes, at least it would give them something to do. Yep. She's going to retreat with Marla. Yes. But I enjoyed talking with Marla after hours. You pick up a lot of quilting friends, and we've exchanged phone numbers, addresses. It's just like their family.
We talk. Sometimes I talk to you guys more than I do my own family. That's true.
Well, my family already said that, but they said they was glad that I have somebody to talk to because I'm by myself.
Yeah. Me too.
It's like didn't ask for my husband to be taken away, or I wasn't ready for that, but
Oh no, I can't imagine that. That'd be hard.
Yeah. We only had 3 weeks to even do anything.
I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to run the machine, and it drives everybody away. So,
I love the sound of the long arm. But
I'm
go ahead and mute, Rita.
I'm a school teacher. Noise don't bother me.
Yeah. But
I'm
the
music-
long arms, they do make a noise.
Yeah.
When I record anything I do on the long arm, I have a piece of electrical tape over the speaker, but I can't find the speaker on my laptop. It's supposed to be right up there. I cover it and you can still hear everything just as plain.
Yeah, they're sneaky. They put them where they want them.
Yeah. But that's where they say it's at. But I could tape over it. It doesn't mute it at all. I put my finger over it and it doesn't mute it. So it's like you can't talk over because everybody, they also want, as you're long arming, to tell them what you're doing and whatnot. And I can't go back. Northern Willow Girls, hello, Sandra K. Your bunny quilt is wow. Thank you. That was using up some of my scraps. I have the bunny quilt, the pillow, and a table runner. And I do have another one up here that I could make into a good sized coaster or mug rug. And quick grab up here. What grade did you teach? I drive school bus in. Like you said, you get used to the noise when they're being quiet. That's when you wonder what's going on. And I'm from Northern California, says Judy Plaster. What grade did you teach?
I taught kindergarten through 6th grade, all at different times. My favorite was second grade was my favorite, but and then I drove a school bus.
Okay.
And they're not quiet, but it's all right.
Okay, so Terry, one's going to be right back. But we just got to keep doing what we like, and that's all. My kids encouraged me. My son did call this morning to ask me if I could come out and watch the grandkids so they could go fix the repairs on the farm. Because his wife's got to go back to work one day here soon. And then she's going to work extra days to pay for their trip to go to Tennessee because the hotels were not cheap over there. Okay. And Deb says, my husband is really glad I have you girls. And Terry's testing her paint. She's redoing a featherweight.
Ooh, nice.
It's a hidden secret. We don't know what it is yet.
Oh, I need to learn that. I would like to make mine a pretty blue. Pretty metallic blue.
I'm keeping mine black. I haven't picked it up yet. My 66 is going to stay black. I like the original. I'm very simple. But just about anybody could tell you what color mine would be if I had to pick a color.
Purple.
That's right.
I know too, and I'm a newbie.
When we did a quilt block exchange over at Rita's Roost, And 90% of my blocks came in purple. I have a quilt that a lot of purples
Nice.
because everybody knew my color.
Oh. Well,
But it's easier to match your fashion.
right. I showed you I have all colors, but let me see here. Turn it around.
There's some
Turn
blues.
up there.
Blues?
That's not a blue. It's double stacked, and then there's some down there behind a thing. But yes, I have a lot of blues. But I have, let me see if I can show you over at my other one.
Yeah.
See, that's different. It's Thanksgiving and Christmas, and there's one of my that Singer sewing machine down there. My husband bought me. I'll never get rid of that. It's very heavy though.
Yeah.
Very heavy. But of course, I will keep that forever. And the featherweight's right there beside it. But anyway, yeah, too much fabric, and I won't show you all my bins.
See, being I'm 68, almost 69, that number I don't like. I am trying to use up what I have.
Yes.
Because it's not going to be, I'm not going to be able to quilt forever. And my kids don't quilt.
Yes.
So I only can buy what I need to finish something else.
That's good. I'm trying to be mindful of that also. I'm thinking I need to cut this down because I move often and I tote this stuff with me. And I did get rid of a lot, but
then,
I do.
Yeah.
I do have one daughter who likes to quilt. She made her new baby a quilt. So I'm very proud of her. So she came over here and shopped my stash, as they call it.
And see, Melinda was in because I bought the stuff several years ago to make a boy quilt because quilts are designed mainly for girls. And my grandkids did not want any floral for a boy quilt. They didn't want purple in the boy quilt. They wanted boy quilts. So my one grandson, Coda, he'll be 4, April 20th. I've made a dinosaur. I bought dinosaurs. And so we're putting Minky on the back. And Melinda wanted a certain green for the back. And then I'm going to make one for Aspen. Alani's is made. Mary Webb actually is original. I agree with keeping the featherweight original. And then June, Sandra, I thought, yes, I'm got to plant the potatoes and babysit. Yes, Terry was boiling her machine. I call that one Tutti Frutti. And then Joanna, Mary Webb, Terry. Yes, so Terry had a foiling hers. Yes. And she doesn't even ask me what color to paint a featherweight because she has my color choices down. It's a deep purple. I like the purple more on the blue side than the red side. Because there's 2 sides to every color. Depends on which way you go off the color wheel.
Yep, I learned that when I sewed several of Bonnie Hunter's mysteries, and she'd give us the paint.
Yeah.
The color of the paint sticks. And then I'd go to everyone who's doing it would go to Lowe's.
Yeah.
And you could see all the shades, all the different shades. They looked alike, some of them, but they weren't.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot.
There was one mystery quilt I was going to do, and they told me I had to have a certain color theme. And I go, what the heck is that? It never did. It's like, so I just copied the patterns down every day. It was blues.
Ooh.
And it's like, I would never have thought that in what I can't remember what the theme was even called now, but I would never have thought blue.
Well, that's what Bonnie Hunter says. She says, you don't have to do my colors. I'm just telling you, you know.
Yeah.
But I did her colors because if I didn't, they would all be blue.
Casey's
And-
not off work yet in June, so I can't go babysit yet. Because I don't want to go out there and sit too early. I think about 4 o'clock my time I got to go out. I'm Washington State, so
Oh.
I have several. It's only 2 o'clock here. 2:02?
Oh, it's 4:02 here.
Yeah. So I have a while.
Oh.
When we did the New Year's Eve thing with Rita, she stayed on until it got closer to midnight my time, but we compromised an hour in between.
Oh, that would have been neat. I was probably laying in there crying or something.
But we
Too
had,
lonely. Too lonely.
but yeah, we had a lot of fun. And then Sheila Gage and Marla and a couple of us, we went over to, is it Greenland Quilter? And then we went over and finished out New Year's there.
Nice.
But we was all having fun. That was the main thing.
Yes.
Okay,
Do you-
June, can you hear my sewing machine, June Hansen? I'm trying to make sure I always suppress the noise. 'Cause I can't sit here without sewing.
Do you have some of these?
No, I've been trying to find another one.
And they're heavy. And boy, the prices have gone up. I think I got one for like $7 and one for like $5 back a ways. If I find them at a good price, I get them. But I use them surprisingly a lot.
Yeah.
In my quilting.
You can use them to hold your ruler at the other end. And you can also use them instead of the clappers. You can put them on a warm seam and it'll keep them flat.
Yes, after I sew a lot of things, I'm just repetition sewing. I put these on the stack so it kind of irons them a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I put it on my table when I need to hold my fabric up when I've got sewing, you know.
Yeah.
Like yesterday I had a big piece on here, and so I use this to keep it up off the floor.
Yeah.
I love them. I use them.
And then they're good old door stops too.
I was fixing to say they're not just door stops. But hey.
Okay, Joanna. I'm trying to just slowly sew. But my old one was way noisier than this one.
I can't hardly hear it.
It's like I think I can't tell you how many quilts lined up I gotta do.
Gotta or want to?
It's like, no, there's quite a few that are planned. My husband used to go on shop hops.
I love shop hops.
And then when there wasn't a shop hop running, he would take, there used to be a thing called the Quilt Navigator. He called that the quilting Bible. And he would take and map out trips. Like we had one trip, Montana has this big lake called the Flathead Lake. So he mapped all the quilt shops that we could go to from here around the lake, back Montana into Idaho, back into Washington.
Aww.
And then pick a quilt pattern and we'll buy the material on these shop hops. And we had to go to every store that was on his list. But it was his way of going out and seeing areas. So like around the Great Montana Flathead Lake, I picked batiks and a turtle pattern because batiks and turtles go together because it looks like water and the text, gives the turtles the different colors.
Yeah.
And then another one we went down and I picked the trellis. Oh, Judy says I have to finish watching you guys later. Got to go back to work, taking a field trip for college. Okay, Judy. Enjoy taking the bus out.
Wow.
But it's like we did one. We went into a town called Fossil, Oregon, and it was an all-in-one store mercantile. They had the old cash registers. They had everything: boats, hardware, fabric, groceries, everything all in one building.
Wow.
The material was like Rita's, way below cost. And he goes, "Is this material for sale to the public or is it just for you locals?" And they go, "No." And then I got I spent $20, got a $5 discount, spent $50, got a $25 discount. And he goes, "You guys are giving away the fabric." So, no, that's just what we do.
That's so sweet. How long has your husband been gone?
6 years almost.
6 years. Mine is 5. 5 in November. It was 5. So
Yeah.
that brings tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
My husband did that. He took me to Jenny Doan's up there in Hamilton, Missouri, and he picked a pattern and said, "Hey, will you make me this?" I said, "Sure."
And then
Oh.
he would always pick up the panels with the deer, the elk, the quail, the bears. I have all sorts of these animal panels I got to be putting into quilts.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I like panels for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, Rita's taking a break. She's checking on the chat.
Mama keeps calling me. She's called me twice, but she's had a neighbor that got airlifted to the hospital from our area to Fort Smith. So she's worried. So she's
Yes, I don't blame her. That security of what's going on around her now.
I was going to show you the quilt my husband picked. He wanted me to make for him. He picked it and I made it for him. And I made it 118 by 118. Talk about a big old quilt.
we're gonna make you big. So
Well, he was a very big man. He was so much taller than me, and he was wonderful. Anyway, I can't even hold it up. It's too big. But it's a labyrinth or
the labyrinth.
yeah. It's a big old labyrinth. You can't even see it. But did you ever watch Nancy Newmeyer, Sewing with Nancy?
Nancy Zeman?
Yes, Zeman. See, this
Okay.
has a star in the middle.
Okay.
Can't hardly see it. But anyway, she was sewing one time and she made these little things one Saturday morning while I was making them.
Prairie
I thought-
points. Those are prairie points.
And I said, "Oh, I'm going to put those in his quilt." So I put these all through his big old quilt.
I have prairie points on. I have a Halloween wall hanging I'm making, and it's top of the picket fences. I put the prairie points.
And I never
That is
heard
a big quilt.
It is super big.
it's pretty. It's pretty. I love those colors too.
I was trying to think of something to do to it. I thought about maybe cutting it in fourth and making 4 little ones and giving them to my children. And
Oh, that's an idea.
I don't know how. It's still pretty big. It's a big quilt. So it wouldn't be too small. Could be a wall hanging. But I did the piano keys border.
Yeah.
And they were out here two, and I cut the quilt down. It
Yeah.
was too big. But anyway, he wanted it. I made it, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know if I would cut it down or just ask which one of the kids would like to have it for like their guest bedroom or something.
That would be hard. They'd probably fight for it.
Well, then have a lottery.
Especially the girls.
Of
They
course.
take everything.
Well,
I made a quilt.
What's funny is all these quilts. I have 17 quilts to quilt in my closet.
Whoa.
And my grandson has it all figured out. He says, Grandma, you just keep making all the tops. And then he knows this one gal, Courtney, that I talk with. He knows she has a long arm. And he says, she'll quilt them all up after you're gone, Grandma.
Oh.
He says, you just keep making the tops. That's the part we can't make. We can find a quilter.
Oh.
And I said, so you want me to make a list of everybody that has long arms? But I says, you can get a hold of just about any quilt store and they'll tell you a machine quilter.
Yeah. You know, I know a lot of people like that. They like to make the tops and they just get ahead of themselves and keep making tops. But I'm the one who, when I make a quilt, I got to finish it.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It's like I have the different priorities because I want to use this stuff up. And if I end up spending too much to get the next project I'm working on. But I bought the batting when it was on sale because there was a good sale at Missouri Star and someplace else. So I bought my batting. So I have enough batting to do most of the quilts now that are in my closet. But I use a lot of smaller quilts because I now have the great grandkids. I have great grandkids. 2 4-year-olds, be 4-year-olds, and a 3-year-old. And then I have the 2 little ones, the 6-month-old and the 4-month-old. But they liked your quilt. But it's the story behind some of these quilts. And that's what needs to be showcased too, is the reason behind the quilt.
Yeah. And one important thing which I need to learn is to label. I didn't label John's, but I'm going to label this one.
Yeah.
These are, I just wrote it.
Yeah. And see, that's all. I handwrite mine. I just use a muslin and I handwrite mine. I don't even buy the pre-made any design or anything.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I'll put it down in the corner of it. But you know this brown fabric I was just feeling of it? It feels, you know how you fondle your fabric? I fondle my fabric all the time, but I don't know, it feels
Different.
Doesn't feel good. You know, it's probably cheap. I might see if I have a better brown. Softer.
Or put it in the dryer with a wet wash rag and then see what it feels like after that. Just take a total wet wash rag and put it in the dryer. It can change the whole appearance without having to repress it all.
Yeah. Boy, I've made a mess sometimes in the dryer.
Yeah.
Washed a bag of fabrics I picked up at a garage sale.
Oh.
Put them in the dryer. Oh, man. But I'll tell you what, I went through every piece. That's the kind of sickness I have. I had to go through all of it. It was a mess.
Hi, Rebecca.
Most people would have thrown it away. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary Webb. That's sweet.
And then it's like this one with the bees and the black and white. This one gal, we traded. She was in Upper Michigan and she traded me the yard of the bumblebees and a yard of the black and white for some batiks I sent her so she could do a what was it called? The mosaic glass, a mosaic quilt. And we traded. So she passed away before I even got the fabric. And she didn't say that she was dying, but she got quilt tops done. And then we was going to volunteer, a group of us, to finish the quilts. So, because she was trying to make one for every family member, but she was taken away from us too fast. Well, they found somebody locally, I guess, and all the quilts was finished and gifted at Christmas this year. So I made this in memory of her.
Wow.
And because it was the last fabrics. And she was a smoker and it was bad. So I had to pre-wash them. And then I had to do all that pressing, the starching, everything before I could even do the fabric and make a quilt.
Yeah.
But I come out with just enough of fabric.
Well, I've been given a lot of fabric. You know, people say, hey, my grandmother passed away and she had a lot of this sewing stuff. Would you like it? And I said, sure. I've got a lot of things like that. And just going through it and looking what they started, and they had pieces cut. And I don't know, I just like reverence it. You know, It's just, I made one up and gave it to the family member. I said, this was her. She didn't finish it, but I did. Would you like it? You know, they wanted it.
Well, that's just it. The other day, I got up and I went to the door because I thought I heard someone knock on my door. Here's this fabric. A yard of this one, a yard of this one, half yard of this one, half yard of this one. On my doors, on my doorknob.
Christmas!
And then later she come back.
Oh.
And she said, did you find that fabric I left? And it's like, okay, now I know who. It's like, you just never know.
Yeah.
And then I have friends that sent me 3-yard pieces of four purples. I think it's 4 purples. And then somebody else sent me a 3-yard chunk of purple. And I have a Hawaiian print. And then Sheila Gage sent me a bunch and it had purple.
I'm looking around. I don't see much purple. I would not pick purple on purpose.
Yeah.
Only if it's given me.
And then I just used up all my reds and blues to make this quilt that's got to go to Florida with me in May.
Good. You're using yours. It's good.
And it's like, and then I had to go buy stuff for the border and the backing. And Katie says, I washed 12 yards of fabric this weekend so I could make those little dresses. Worst part is trimming the frayed ends and ironing it all. Yes, that's why I don't pre-wash mine.
Yep. But I love doing that for some reason. But you know what? I made a mistake. Hancock Fabrics was going out of business in my town, Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Was going out of business. You know, and sometimes you have a project in your mind and you buy, oh, I need this yard, 1 yard. When the store's going out of business.
Yeah.
It was pretty sad. I bought. Well, you know, I was picky. I only bought the stuff I liked, but that was frivolous buying. They weren't for any projects. Of course, I share my fabric.
I got to go to the door. Someone's here.
Uh-oh, more fabric.
No.
Oh, you wash fabric for clothes? Man, I saw a pretty dress and I thought, man, I wish I could make that for Easter for me. I have sewn some clothes, but mostly I like to quilt. So you're a seamstress. Katie Crafts. Hey, do you have a thingy? I'll look up. Okay. Sandra K.
Well, I guess I have to go. They're going to shut my power off for 30 minutes.
Uh-oh.
They're putting in new power poles. So I told them I would come say goodbye and then they could shut off the power. Well,
Okay.
I wanted to stay longer, but I can't. But everybody have fun.
You too. I'll watch it for a little bit.
Okay.
Stuff. Read it here. Why do you call yourself RV Quilt? That's a story in itself. My husband, before he passed away, we were going to go full-time RVing. He got okayed to work remote, and we had it planned. I retired in October 2018 to start it. He passed away November 2018. I retired in October. He passed away the next month, but I went on traveling. I got an RV. I traveled by myself and with some friends. It was very sad. It's still very sad, but RV Quilt Quest. That's why I called it that. And I was going to get into my YouTube page, but I never did record anything. What about the hotspot?
I'd have to reboot everything.
Yeah.
I have a mobile hotspot. See, Terry remembers. But I have to go plant my potatoes and go babysit. So this was a sign that it was time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys all have fun.
You have a good evening.
But they have to replace, this is first time new power poles in 30 plus years I've lived here. So.
Wow.
So I think it's time. And I can part with giving up the internet.
Yes. Well, thanks for talking. You be careful out there. How cold is it? You're going to plant potatoes. What's the weather if you're going to plant potatoes?
Well, we're above freezing. We're at 45, but where I plant is right along my house, so it's protected.
Ah.
Okay. Well, he's getting back in his truck now. He's told everybody on this block.
Yeah.
But there's only 5 houses.
You wash your fabric with vinegar after you make a quilt. So you wash your quilt after you make it?
A lot of people do. Yes.
Well, I'd like to know about that.
And the vinegar takes out the soap. So if they're allergic, that soap's gone. We used to have to do that for diapers on my kids.
Oh.
And that way you don't have to go buy a special soap. But a lot of people, they wash them before they gift them because they might be allergic to something in it. And I like that wrinkly look after it's washed.
Yeah. Makes it more personal.
Yeah.
I never really washed my fabric either, just certain time if I got it from a garage sale but if I get it from the store, but I did wash the baby quilt because I didn't want any chemicals from the store to be on there for the baby.
And then you don't know how they're made and things, but I let them do the first washing. That way it's in there and the vinegar softens as well, says Terry. But we had to do the vinegar because it killed the soap. My cloth diapers, I had to wash 4 times before my daughter could wear them.
Wow.
But we'll see you guys all later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Rita, I had to go due to power going out.
Okay. We'll tell her.
Okay, bye.
Bye. The vinegar solvent. Yes, I need to use vinegar in my washer. I used to do that because it eats away the soap. I hear it did. Eats away the soap out of all the stuff. Vinegar. What'd she say about a dress? You know, my dishwasher is just in a little duplex. It doesn't have a place where you stop and put the softener, so I don't know how to do it. But I'd like to. Hello, Miss Rita.
I'm back. I'm back. It ain't been no place.
Sandra Kay had to go. They're turning her electric off.
What?
They're turning her electric off to replace.
Oh, okay.
New poles. Yeah,
Okay.
it's on Sunday. Somewhere the snowstorm was messing up stuff.
Hmm.
We were just talking about vinegar. Do you wash your fabric before you sew with it?
I don't.
I never did. I never did. I did the baby one just because I didn't want the baby to.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mary wants to know what I'm quilting. I should let me move the computer. I'll show you what I'm quilting. Let's see if I can. This is what I'm quilting.
ah, nice. Big old stars or something.
Stars. I don't know what they're called. A 90-year-old woman pieced it, and she asked me if I'd quilt it, so I'm quilting it. So she'll have it quilted maybe before. Well, she'll see it. And she brought 2 of them, so there's that one and one more.
White vinegar. Okay.
Hmm.
I should time my machine or stand there once and wait till it goes to rinse. When it goes to rinse, that's probably when I need to put the vinegar in.
Yeah. But then you'll stand there and then you'll give up and leave. And time you walk off, then it'll fill up
It'll
with rinse water.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna look up some more brown fabric. I don't know.
I'm gonna take a picture for Facebook with my phone right quick.
Ouch. Oh, I found some purple solid. I have a lot of solid. I think I'm going to do what she said and wash this.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt it since it's for the baby quilt too. Baby.
It is. It is. You're correct. It's the outer edge.
Hmm.
But it just didn't feel soft.
Eh.
Yeah. Okay, that's a deal. Let me turn the iron off. No, I don't have anything to do. Well, I do, but
We'll stay on here just a few more minutes, and then I'll have to go to the other house, and do some other chores. What is it? 4:30? Almost 4:30 here.
I did a class at my house, and everyone made one of these. It's an old-timey quilt called Pussy in the Corner.
Oh, that's cute.
Timing, and they all did them with all different colors.
Uh-huh.
And I helped them. I set up machines, and I helped them, and everybody got a picture with theirs. And it's a good memory.
Yeah.
Good memories. I need to make some more memories.
Yeah.
Wake up and live. I'm taking a break from mowing. Oh, the confident quilter's taking a break from mowing. Wow, must be pretty where she is. Yeah, I don't have a fabric dispenser in my. These machines here, they're just. I don't know. They don't have a reservoir to pour stuff in, or I would. That's where I would pour mine. I was taking a break from mowing. The confident quilter.
That's Gladys. You've heard them talk about Gladys?
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Oh, I think my legs are tired. And hey, Joanna. Joanna's the bow cozy woman. Remember?
Yeah, I need to. Okay, I'm liking her thingy and subscribing to Confident Quilter. And what was that other one I was going to look up? I was going to look at somebody else. So Terry, Sewterie. Does she have a?
Yeah, I think she does. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up. Let's see here. So Terie. Spell it right, Rhonda. Rhonda Lucy. There it is with the little sewing machine for her picture. That's cute.
Yeah, I think she restores some of those vintage machines, is what she does on some of her videos too.
Wow.
Which I think it would take talent and patience to do that.
Yeah. That is a new pattern, really nice. I went online and looked. Well, I'll look. I tried to turn the middle, it has a post in the middle. So I was trying to turn thinking it was there. I've seen them there before in the middle, but it wouldn't open. I couldn't get the lid off. And there's no holes around it. I'll look it up.
Yeah, that one she was foiling, it was beautiful. So Terry.
Yeah. I place my fabric in mesh bags. It cuts down on fraying. And I use the color catchers. Yeah, I bought some of those. I haven't really used them, but I want them in case I have to. I was told to put vinegar in and salt in with my new red work smocks.
And
They didn't
Katie,
fade.
and Katie says she doesn't do videos or lives. I would have thought with your name you would have had a YouTube channel, Katie. That just sounds like a YouTube channel, don't it? Katie Crafts.
1 cup. Okay. Yeah, Donna Dixon. I saw the balls, but I was thinking if you put them on in the wash cycle, wouldn't they just wash away? I don't know. I was just trying to figure it out. Why can't they keep things normal?
And in a pillowcase, that's a good idea.
She doesn't do videos. She just, my mother put her fabric in a pillowcase. Yes, Mary Webb. I think people on here are very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful. Awkward Quilter. Let me look that up. Does she have a page?
She does. Yeah, she does. That's Lisa. You've seen her before, Lisa.
Yep. Oops. Word. Oh, WAR Quilter. QUILT. Let's see if that will bring up. Awkward Quilter GA. Is that her?
That's her.
I have to get on a different page so I can't see the chat. Alrighty. Oh, wow. Look at that. She busy. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
She may be too intense for me. Slow it down. Let's see here. Let's see. On quilts, I put 2 color catchers and a pin. Yeah, use fabric softener because of the chemicals. Use a bit of That's a good idea, Darlene. Is it Calhoun? Let it finish, turn it back to rinse, put in the softener.
Yeah, there you. If you miss it, there you go.
And that's I do miss it.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Some people have good ideas and solutions to problems.
Yeah, Joanna. She's talking a different language. I can't understand that language. I use Synthropal and Raytane. I don't know what that is. If I have a color bleed. Yeah, it happens. Opens the balls during the first minute. Okay, I understand that, Barbara. From the centrifugal force when it starts going around. Yeah, then it pops open. I've never bought any, but I can. I have had to do that myself. One sets the color in and retains the color. I hate it. I've done it red on white. The white turned red. Big mistake. But I was learning. Yeah. Probably a little place where you pull a little drawstring to put the fabric softener in. I'll have to look. So you have your own separate building for all your sewing machines, your big ones, Miss Rita?
This is a little house. Well, I have a sewing machine down at the other house, but the quilt machine's up here in this extra little house. My mother-in-law used to live up here, and we rented it a little bit, and the kids lived here. But now it's just my extra space.
All right. That's your man cave, huh?
And I love my home. I think I'd rather do stuff down there, but you run out of room. So
yeah. My home in Fort Smith, I had a big old room down there. I had a long arm, and it had a Husqvarna machine on it. I loved that Husqvarna.
Yeah.
That was a good machine. But I sold it because I did this big old quilt to my husband's. I did it right here on this Janome. Memory Craft 9700. It did it just fine. There's probably a little place where, knock on wood, but after 40 plus quilts, I haven't had colors bleed. Even the red one, even the red and black ones. Katie, did you wash your fabric first before you made the quilts, I wonder? For special quilts or fabrics, I use Orvis soap. It's Joanna says it even has stamp of approval of a couple major quilting groups. Never heard of it. I gotta write that down. Always gotta write stuff down. You never can learn too much. Never heard of that. Orvis soap. Is it like a bar of soap? Liquid soap? I'll find out.
Google. You'll have to Google it.
I'll look it up. That my kids say that all the time, and I never think to Google. Why don't I think that? I do not think that the first thing. That's so funny. She did not wash first. There were a few color catchers, and that's all. Oh, very good. Katie? Well, after I did that red one, you trust me, I either didn't wash them or I put color catchers in there. Because that's kind of disheartening when you make a quilt and it bleeds on the white. Wash first. How long have you had your Janome? I bought my 9850 from Costco 2 years ago. You bought a Janome sewing machine from Costco? It is a combo machine, a Janome. Mine's a 9700, and it can not applique. It can what do you call it? It can do designs and bees and sunshine. It can do all the letters. Is that called applique?
Embroidery, maybe
Embroidery. Embroidery, but I don't like the embroidery. How long have you had it? 9,700. See, 2000. I can't remember how long. I bought it several years. I wasn't sewing or anything, and I walked in this sewing store and I got a crazy hair. And I walked out with this machine, which was used for $4,000. I charged it. And when I told my husband, he went down there and paid it off. So I'll probably never get rid of this one either. But I bought it several years before he passed. Let's see, 2018. Maybe around 2000. So, well, gee, that'd be 23 years. Whoa. Brand new practically. I don't know. Maybe 2010. Yeah. If you get the Orvis soap, get the original. Write that down. Get the original. Don't pay more for the one that says quilting on the label. It's the same soap. Very good advice. Thank you.
That is. And that makes sense.
Just buy the original. Yes. Save money so I can buy more fabric. No. No, I'm not buying fabric. It's a paste. 2 tablespoons do a load. It was made and still is used for washing horses. Nice. Embroidery. Yeah, that's the word. It embroidery, and I have all the loops, and I have used it successfully, but I'm just not confident enough of it. I just don't use it. But in Fort Smith, I had a friend who I'd say, "Come over. I'll pay you some money to show me how to do this again." She could always use the money, and so we'd have a good time of a visit. She'd refresh my embroidery memory. Of course, I do have the book. I always keep the book, and I look everything up in it. Always keep the book. I look up everything in it. I can, if something goes wrong with it, I can fix it now myself. And and I fix other people's machines too, because it just costs so much. It costs $75 just to take it in.
Mm-hmm.
And I have successfully fixed mine, and so I thought, I'm gonna keep trying to fix it.
Well,
Since the 70s. Now, you use Orvis soap. Are you talking, Joanna, only for all your clothes, home clothes and towels and stuff, or just fabric material? 2 tablespoons. Yeah. Yeah. Jean 9850. That's a newer one than mine, I'm assuming. I've heard of mane and tail, especially when they told us we wanted our hair to grow, and they said, "Get that horse shampoo, mane and tail, make your hair grow." Orvis. Oh, so do you get it at a animal place? It's a good thought. I didn't think about that.
Huh. Well, Rhonda, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. I've been here. Y'all have been talking. I've missed out on talking to anybody, but maybe y'all had a good visit. it's okay. I knew I was going to be working on that, but now I got to go to the other house.
Yeah, and I've got some things to do in the other room. I'll go in there and get them done, and maybe I have another YouTube person I watch. It's just the travel, someone who travels. But anyway, they're going to get on soon. Yes, you can get it at the farm store. So you don't get it at Walmart. It's just all I'm saying. You don't get it at nursery. That's okay. Great chat. Yes, it was.
I'll have to go back and watch the replays. Mama called twice and running that machine. I just didn't. I was unsociable, wasn't I? So
no, you were busy. You were accomplishing stuff, and that was fine with us.
I got 2 runs made, so it's I had and got it started. That's always a thing. Just get it started is something. So.
Yeah. Well, it was nice. I'm glad I saw you on, and glad I joined you for a little bit at least.
Yeah, it was just a pop up. I knew I was going to be doing something. I thought, well, I'll just see if anybody wants to come up, and they did. And I think we've had several in here chatting in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Easy. I don't know if okay. All righty, I'll look for it.
Is it cold in Conway? It's cold up here today. I don't like it.
It is chilly. I had long sleeves on, which I normally don't because I'm hot. And then I put a jacket on. I ran to the store and had oil changed and came back to feed my birds and put out some hummingbird feeders. I hope I didn't put them out too early, but.
Well, it was 80 last week, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, Sandra and June.
Bye, Sandra, Joanna, and June, and Mary, and Jean, and Sheila. Oh, bye.
Yep.
Bye, everybody. If I get supper done in time tonight, maybe we'll do a live tonight. But I don't like this time. I don't like when I get things done in the evenings.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to you later.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Rhonda. Thanks for being here with us.
All right. Bye-bye.